Persons attempting to find a motive in this narrative will be prosecuted. Persons attempting to find a moral in it will be banished. Persons attempting to find a plot in it will be shot. By order of the author. Sorry, Mr. Twain, but I'm about to do a whole big analysis on this. For my two reading selections, I chose The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and The Great Gatsby. And for my oral analysis, I wanted to do how setting affected the theme that society is hypocritical and self-absorbed. Huckleberry Finn is running away from home and illegally harboring a slave and helping him escape.
Smell that, Huck? Smell like freedom. And if that's K-Road, I'm a free man. And when I'm free, I'm gonna work hard and save every penny and buy my wife and my children. And if they won't sell them, I'll steal them.
Huckleberry Finn lives in a slave-owning town where slaves and religion mean everything. Huck is trying to escape from his father in the small town of Missouri, while there are search parties going on for him and the slave he's helping escape too.
If only Tom Sawyer were here, he'd for sure get me out. Think now, Huck, what would Tom Sawyer do? A saw! This here saw's gonna give me my freedom. Just you wait and see. Nobody's ever gonna lock me up again. Nobody.
The Mississippi River along Missouri, Arkansas, and Illinois, sometime between the 1830s and 1840s when slavery is still legal. Huck is living with a woman who's raising him, who is a firm Christian and a slave owner.
You're going to end up in the bad place with the devil himself.
That'd be just fine.
This book represents the corruption of the American dream. The American dream is the idea that every person has an equal opportunity to achieve success and prosperity through hard work, dedication, and persistence. Since slavery is still legal in this book, not every person has the opportunity to achieve the American dream. Huck acts as a bystander, watching how religion and rules have such a totality on people's lives. This theme fits in the novel because, while all these people are drilling religion and rules into Huck's life, he sees that people change it to fit their needs. For example, slavery. These people are Christians, which means that, as it says in Mark 12:31, you shall love your neighbor as thyself. But perhaps the biggest form of hypocrisy that Huck comes across is the Shepherdsons and the Grangerfords, who fight all the time with each other, but then go to church on Sundays and act like they're above everybody else. Being a middle-class person but enjoying the riches and wealth through close families and friends.
A caravansary of billionaire Playboy publishers and their blonde nurses. Heiresses comparing inheritances on Gatsby's beach. My boss, Walter Chase, losing money at the roulette tables. Gossip columnists alongside gangsters and governors exchanging telephone numbers. Film stars, Broadway directors, morality protectors, high school defectors, and Ewing Klipspringer, dubious descendant of Beethoven.
The rich parts of New York and Long Island, where wealth and materialistic items mean everything.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a custom Wurlitzer.
Can anyone play that?
Klipspringer can. Someone wake you in. Of course, sir.
Music. And then we can dance all
Lynn's a
night.
symphonic genius who can play anything.
Then I demand a chance.
She makes it look so splendid, don't you think, old sport? I have a man in England who buys me clothes.
I've never seen anything like it.
Something for the lady. Sends over a selection at the beginning of each season.
Jay!
These are silk.
Jay!
These are flannel.
They're so beautiful.
Indian cotton.
Nick is trying to understand the life that rich people live. His cousin-in-law Tom is having an affair and Nick helps keep it a secret, and he helps his cousin Daisy have an affair with his neighbor.
Buchanan, candy?
No, thank you.
No?
Mrs. Wilson?
Okay.
Nick Carraway.
Oh, a pleasure.
Nick's the writer.
Oh,
I'm in Bonds, actually.
I want you get on the next train.
now?
Yes.
Can we get the dog for the apartment?
Whatever you want.
Hey, Mr. Buchanan, you want a soda?
I'm fine.
No?
Call your sister if you like him.
No. That's all right, thank you.
Catherine said to be very good looking by people who ought to know.
Oh, really, I can't.
Hey, you want to embarrass Myrtle? That's rude.
This book takes place on New York and Long Island, West Egg and East Egg, in the early 1920s. This book represents the corruption of the American dream. It's an outsider who's experiencing the totality of wealth on someone's life. Since the American dream has a lot to do with success and prosperity, the characters in this book interpret that as money and material items. Depending on the way it's interpreted, success and prosperity doesn't have anything to do with money. That's just what everyone in this novel appears to think. Nick notices that his cousin and her husband are careless people that don't notice how they affect other people's lives. And Gatsby's obviously self-absorbed because all he wants is Daisy, even if he can't have her because she's married. He wants the two of them to get back together, but he doesn't take into account the lives he'll hurt with this affair. The characters in this novel are hypocrites as well. Specifically Tom, who's having an affair with someone but is disgusted by the fact of his wife having an affair too.